think I'm live. Let's see who's in here. Queen Tremaine. Good morning. How are y'all? Tremaine finally made it early. Okay, I'm going to find my chat on my phone. I was reading true crime and got lost track of time. Just came from the store. Light Feather, Cheryl. I can only see the top chat right now. Let me turn my volume down, find my video on my phone. Catch the chat up here. Live chat. Karen, Southern Mom, Misty, Crystal. Good morning. Cement Shoes. Good morning. Be careful driving, Southern Mom. There's Faithful One. Light Feather. I love those stickers. That's so cool. Brooke. Good morning. Brooke, do you have content on your channel? I've probably asked you that 100 times. Love you, Banana Moon Pie. Love you too, Tremaine. Glad you made it this morning. There's Miss Haley. Good morning. TC, good morning. Welcome. Look at your picture. That's such a pretty picture. I just love that. It's raining here too. I don't know if y'all can hear it in the background or not. Yeah, it's raining here too. Hope it don't mess up my internet. I'll get pissed off if it does. Okay. Let me get back at the chat. Mel. I'm going to throw Mel. A wrench and Light Feather and Karen. I'm just going to give 3 wrenches out, and I just picked people that modded for a long time. It's in here. Okay, nobody get mad or anything. But we do need a couple moderators. Okay. CC, how do you join membership on an iPad? I'm in the Cool Kids Club. I'm not in the Cool Kids Club, and it's ticking me off. Oh, Andrew. Did I say good morning to Tina? Good morning, Tina. Emily. I missed Emily. Debbie. Love Hollis. But did I say hello to Faithful One? I can't remember. Leave it to Beaver. Good morning, everybody. So, how's everybody doing? Before we get started, how's everybody doing? It's raining like hell here. Let me get me a sip of coffee. I know everybody likes to come in and say hello to each other. Mama, what about Verbal? Is he in here? Fun day yesterday. Hey, yeah, that was fun playing Family Feud. Oh, there he is. There he is. How are you doing, Verbal? I'm glad you made it. Yeah, we was getting ready to put your picture on a milk carton. Oh, see, Mitch, you're funny as hell. Your comment cracked me up under that video about Ahmaud Arbery when you said they looked like they had been in the movie Wrong Turn. That cracked me up. I probably did miss it, Brooke. I miss all kinds of comments, sweetie. I don't have content as of now in and out of hospital, so I'm about to start my channel over. Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to check you out. You get some content up. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We got to have fun sometimes. We're going to do some true crime trivia. I just got to get organized. I was going to order a book, but, I could think of my own trivia questions with the correct answers. What's your weekend plans, CC? I don't really have any plans this weekend. Just to do a live stream on Sunday morning for the members and, just get some work done around here. I was going to, I'm sorry, Sissy, but you don't need to demote. Hey, verbal. Yesterday, I took everybody's wrenches. Yeah, I took everybody's wrenches, and I just gave a couple back this morning just so we had a couple in the chat. Don't be mad at me. Okay. Hey, Lisa. Verbal, you made me forget what I was talking about. Yeah, I had plans on cleaning Annabelle's shed out today, doing a few things in there, and it started raining, so. Okay, Andrew, let me see. Did you click the link in the description? Let me see if my link even works. I didn't check it out. Yeah, I got a link in the description of this video. No, you didn't deserve it, Verbal. It was nothing personal against you or anybody else. I just had about 30 wrenches, and I just had like a little issue, and I was like, and I just took everybody's wrenches. So nobody felt like I was singling them out or anything, And that's the truth. Yeah, but see, Mitch, click that link in the description. I don't know if it works on iPads, though. I think I may have to figure out how to get a link for, like, people that's got iPhones. Morning, Barry Mary. Okay, so let's get to the true crime going on. I uploaded a video. It didn't sound that great because my headset thing has messed up on me, so I couldn't use it. That's got my mic with it. My Bluetooth earbuds. Yeah, they've messed up. It could have something to do that, I had them around my neck and I bent over, picked something up in the bathroom, and they fell in the toilet. They could have something to do with it. I'm always dropping stuff in the freaking toilet. Luckily, I'm one of those people that flushes every time I go to the bathroom, But still, it messed them up. Hey, Red Rhyme. Girl, we're getting ready to talk about Madison Bale. Well, where did the thing go? It's not scrolling. Oh, my God. Let's go do this crap this morning. Okay, so police released a photo of a guy that they are asking the public to help identify. This is a young guy. I'm wondering how they got this picture. Maybe they connected him to the car. Authorities released photos of a man Thursday night they believe have information in the disappearance of an Ohio teen. Madison Bale. See how it does? You go to scroll one little bit and it does that. Pisses me off, man. Madison Bale, 18, at Greenfield, about 60 miles southeast of Dayton in Ross County, was last seen Sunday after telling her mother she was going to a tanning salon in Highland County. Her car was found in a nearby church parking lot with the keys in the ignition. Her cell phone was inside. Now, I believe her mother was actually the one that discovered her car at that church. Now, I think it was Carolina Girl suggested I go watch Gray Hughes's video. And Gray Hughes had did like a telephone interview with Madison's mother. I found it a little bit strange, but y'all don't come for me, but I was giving that woman the side eye. She is a beautiful girl. I love that one picture of her. So there's a $15,000 reward being offered for information that leads to Madison's safe return. And here is the car. So it looks like somebody stopped at a convenience store. I see something Slim Jim. What is that? Y'all, do y'all think that she didn't want to tell her mom and boyfriend and she met somebody else and took off with him? Exactly, Verbal. Did he pay with credit card or cash? Probably paid with cash. Maybe, I mean, I hope she's safe and sound. I hope this is someone that she knows and she's safe. You know what I mean? It's better than it being a stranger, of course. But someone, in my comment section, that was their theory, that she met this guy and could have left on her own free will. Maybe she didn't want anybody to know where she was going. I don't know. It's just a theory. This person could have abducted her against her will, though, too. It's just a thought. Yeah. I know people handle stressful situations differently. But in that interview, I thought she was pretty calm and laid back. Yeah. Okay, let me see if this will scroll. Anyone who can identify the man or who has information. Sorry, guys, I got distracted because someone's calling me on Messenger and they should know that I'm live. Anyone who can identify this man or who has information about a white four-door car with California plates spotted in the church parking lot near where Madison's car was found is urged to contact the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. 1-800-843-5678. Or Southern Ohio Crime Stoppers. Hold on just a minute, guys. Hold on just a second. Okay, so this person evidently don't know I'm live. It's getting me distracted, though. Sorry, guys. I've been a little moody lately. My leg and stuff's been hurting, and I'm trying to, Okay. She was excited to start college and become a nurse. Yeah, that's what makes me think. Part of me is like, yeah, she could have met someone and not, wanted to tell her mom and boyfriend and face them and just took off with them. But then I'm like, that just don't make sense because she was getting ready to graduate and start college. I really don't know what to think about this. Usually I got some theories and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know what to think. Okay. Let me see. I believe someone took her. She would never leave phone, keys, and car willingly, plus cash, even if running off. Unless, Brooke, think about this. Unless she didn't want to be traced. There was a girl that disappeared a while back. She went on an ATV ride. And I'm not saying this is what happened in Madison's case at all. But there was a case where a girl went on an ATV ride. They found the ATV there. They found her phone there, laying in the seat. And she had took off and went to a boy's house. I did videos on her. Yeah, I'm not saying that's what she did at all, but it is possible. Hey, Susan. Some people will leave their phone behind so they won't be traced, so they can't ping it. But I don't know. Excuse me. I hope she's safe. I kind of like hope that theory's right, that she's with someone willingly, even though she shouldn't have done that and had everybody worried. I'm really hoping that's right and she's safe and sound and not with some crazy ass, Michael Daniel, that's what my theory was. It seems like the boyfriend lived, oh crap. Seems like the boyfriend lived at her house and maybe she was afraid of confrontation and wanted to break things off with the boyfriend before college, which happens. Yes, like back in my younger days, I did a boy like that one time. A guy I was living with. I shouldn't even been living with him back in my younger days. But I just up and left and didn't tell him nothing. Never spoke to him again. I shouldn't have done that, but I did. But my family knew where I was at, but I just didn't want the confrontation, I don't like arguing and it's stuff like that. So, Miss All Jones, love me some Slim Jims. Yeah, I saw something in that picture. It looks like Slim Jims. I wish I could enlarge that. I don't know. I don't know how to. I'm not very tech savvy. I mean, I can do a little bit on here, but I've got it downloaded. I'm wondering, does it look, no one's in the car with him, it doesn't look like. In this one photo, it only looks like one person driving. Of course, there could have been someone else in there. I don't see anyone else. Well, all we can do is hope and pray, think positive that she's okay. I hope they find her as soon as possible. I can understand leaving him and not wanting confrontation, but to me, this is absolutely the wrong time. This invites confrontation. I would have waited till after graduation. See, that's what gets me to thinking that she didn't just run away because, she didn't want a confrontation, is the graduation part. She had been evidently tanning, getting her spray tan or tan in bed, whatever, getting ready for graduation in the summer. I just don't see her running off like that, but I don't know. She could have. The graduation is the key here. 1 week. I know verbal. That's what keeps me from really thinking that she ran off. I don't know. I'm torn. I'm torn between her running off and, of course, foul play here. Was she not passing? Well, she was getting ready to graduate, so she was passing school, right? She is a really pretty girl. This is one of those girls that don't need makeup at all. Maddie is found unharmed. Oh my gosh. No way, guys. Faithful one. Are you serious? Let's get out of this crap here. Well, Michael, it was in the chat earlier. Was his name Michael? Crap. I can't find his message. Michael Daniels. I think his theory was right. If she was found safe. Okay, let's see. I don't see it. Let me do it on my phone. I can find things better with my phone. Faithful one must have saw that somewhere. She wouldn't have said that. Can't find it. No, you're praying she's found. Oh, okay. Okay, I thought by your... Okay, my bad. My apologies. See, it just says Maddie is found unharmed. Okay, I didn't pay no attention to the emojis. Sorry. Zoomies, I misread her comment. I'm sorry. My apologies, y'all. Yeah, I figured that out. Oh my gosh, I'm such a dumbass. Hey, I'm not a professional. It's hard reading chat and, and stuff. No. No, faithful one. I'm sorry. I just glanced at that, and then I saw someone else's comment that said where, and I was like, jumped the gun. Oh, see, verbal, I don't feel so dumb now. I thought that too. No, it's all good. Hey, I'm only human. We're all only human. It's hard in chat, interpreting people's messages sometimes, and you're talking and you're ADHD like me. It don't work sometimes. I hope and pray that they find her soon. So let's talk about... Y'all been following this Suzanne Morphew? Of course you have. They've got a video. I hope I don't get in trouble for playing this, but they got a video showing the bike trail that she allegedly rode on the day that she disappeared. Now, Suzanne's husband was allegedly out of town when she disappeared. And he's a volunteer firefighter for the county. Him and Suzanne used to own a landscaping company in Indiana. Then they moved to Colorado. In the landscape in Colorado. But he was out of town, and this was on a Sunday on Mother's Day. Allegedly doing something for work, but there was like no firefighters classes that he had to attend, the chief said. So he had to have been doing a landscaping job. And my hubby Mark does landscaping, and I was talking to him about it, and I was like, have y'all ever done like landscaping on Sunday? And he's like, not unless, they wanted it done like on a Sunday or whatever, or if it was like a big job and they needed to hurry and finish up on it, they may work on the weekend. But Mother's Day, that's a little weird to me. And I saw a video, and I didn't watch it. I'm going to go watch it, but it was something about Barry Morphew having a mistress. I have not seen anything about that when I've been, searching for updates and stuff. But I seen a YouTube video titled that. I'm just wondering if it's clickbait or what. Zoomies, don't she still have a daughter living at home? Don't she have like a teenage daughter? And then, one that's a little older, probably out of high school, maybe college or whatever. So it looks like her and Barry have been together for a long time. I'm going to screen share this. Look, if something happened to that lady, for a screen share, let me unhighlight that comment a second. Hold on. If something happened to that lady when she was on that bike ride, like, she got sick or an accident, they would have found her there around that area somewhere. Because, they've had tracking dogs, search dogs. So it looks like maybe Barry and Suzanne are really well off, from what I can tell. Yeah, but doing yard work for your mom, Verbal, that's like different than doing a landscaping job for a client, Let's see what this. See if it'll play. Probably going to have internet problems because it's raining here in freaking mountains. I'm so sick of rain, y'all. I don't think this video is going to play. It's loading slow. See, I got my Wi-Fi and stuff in with my cable, right? It's got this big black box that sits beside my TV in the living room. Then I come in here in the bedroom, shut the door. It don't want to pick up good. Is it playing now, y'all? Let's see if we can skip it at least. Just don't want to load it. Let me stop screen sharing. Yeah, it don't want to play it, guys. For some reason. Let me exit out. We'll try again in a second. But it was just showing the area where she went on her bike ride. Let me tell you something. Denver, I found out, is only 150 miles away from where Suzanne disappeared. I'm not accusing him of anything, but it would have been possible for him to have went back home, done something to her, hid the body, then drove back. That wouldn't be unheard of. Even if his cell phone record showed he was in Denver the whole time. That doesn't mean he didn't leave his phone laying in a hotel and drive back. He could have left some kind of app open to make it look like, he was online in Denver, in his hotel room, wherever he was staying. To me, his plea for her, safe return, I didn't think it was that strange. The fire chief, he said that was just Barry. It's just the way he is. That's his personality. That's how he talks. Now, I know a lot of people have made a big deal out of the way he said, "Oh, Susanna." That's probably the way he talks. I word stuff, my own way too. He did lawyer up, and I can't say that I blame him there. Because, when these cases happen and they're all over the news, all over the world, all over the nation, people's always accusing, the husband or the wife, because it usually is someone, very close. It's usually their partner that's responsible. Yeah, the rain, it sucks, Jamie. It sucks because then my little goat, she has to stay in her little shed because goats hate to get wet. At least she won't be getting out of the fence while I'm doing my live stream. The one flag in that case is that the house camera stopped working. I don't find a problem with his Facebook plea. He seemed emotional like Shane Carey. See, Carolina girl, that's the way I read it too. That's very suspicious, girl. We got to talk. Me and you got to talk. Because I know you know a lot about this. You've been following it. So the house cameras stopped working. I'm wondering if everybody thought this couple had the perfect relationship, but actually they was having marital problems. It's possible. Could be one of those cases he didn't want to get a divorce. Had too much to lose. I wonder if she's got life insurance on her. Wonder if he's pulling a Carol Baskin. Okay, Tina, be safe. Yeah, it's very convenient, Emily. Yeah, he could have got a hitman. So I think one of the daughters, Brooke, was out of town when I think that they said Idaho or Iowa or somewhere she was at. It's one of those states. And she's actually got worried about her mother and called a neighbor. And then the neighbors reported her missing. I think it's really strange. I'm not going to lie. I think it's really strange Barry was out of town on Mother's Day. Like, who does that? Unless, like, he had this landscaping job, like, that he just had to get done. I don't know. You would have thought it could have waited till, like, Monday. Yeah. Yeah, I read last night, Brooke, that one of the daughters was out of town and she couldn't get a hold of her mother. So she called the neighbor, and that's why the neighbors reported her missing. I think the bike was planted there too. Unless, they keep saying she went on a bike ride. I wonder if they have any evidence that she actually went on that bike ride. Did she text someone and say, hey, I'm going on a bike ride or getting ready to walk out the door? How do they know she actually went on that bike ride? It is weird, Karen. Leave it to Bieber. That's a good question. Well, maybe they called the neighbor instead of calling Barry because they knew Barry was out of town. I'm with Nancy Grace on this. It's always, strange to me when someone goes missing on a holiday. Of course, it's strange when they go missing at all, but especially like a particular holiday. This was Mother's Day. TC, seemingly the nephew is not talking now and ghosting all the reporters. Yeah, he was probably advised not to. Isn't the nephew, is it Barry's nephew or Suzanne's? I think it was Suzanne's nephew that was speaking to reporters, right? Maybe it was Barry's. Okay, Emily. There, I started you rant. We only have one life. That house has to have security cams, right? Well, conveniently, they weren't working. That's suspicious. That's an inside job right there. Someone disabled the security cameras inside the house. That's an inside job. Yeah, mothers and daughters are really close, so they was probably texting and chatting. Maybe that's how they knew that she was going on a bike ride. Maybe Suzanne texted her daughter and was like, I'm going on a bike ride. That makes sense. And then when she never did hear back from her mom, she called the neighbor because her dad's out of town. That makes sense. Cracker Jacks, good morning. That's a red flag if those cameras were disabled. Yeah, I don't want Barry to be responsible for her disappearance. You know, I think it's always, I don't know. I think it makes it, in my opinion, it makes it a little bit worse when someone is murdered by someone they love, by someone that, supposed to have left them. Y'all know what I mean. It's bad, anyways, when someone's murdered. But to me, I think, it makes it worse and harder on the family when a husband murders his wife like that, or vice versa. We only have one life. I saw those comments, girl. I'm sorry you stopped it like that. I didn't like that. Because you're a good person. Yeah, I know, Baber. Well, that's probably why they didn't call their dad Baber. Well, for what, he was out of town, and two, they may not be close. They may not be. That's a good point. Hey, Turquoise Kitten. Does anyone know if anyone else was in and out of the home? Any house workers, friends, or family? Just curious. I don't know. That's a really good question. Hey, Shug. It's a rumor the bike was found, so assume she was riding it. Well, the police did say they found a personal item of hers, but they didn't say what. The nephew's the one that came out and said that they found her bike. Maybe the police, told him to quit giving interviews. I don't know if they can do that, but maybe they did find her bike and they didn't want the public to know. They actually named two women that he was involved with on that Facebook post. Really, TC? Gosh, if anybody's on Facebook has got a screenshot of that, send it to me. Because I was looking last night for news articles, see if anything had come out about any women coming forward and saying they were having an affair with him. But I couldn't find nothing. I don't get on Facebook. So I miss a lot. Usually some of my friends will see something going on Facebook. They'll tell me about it involving a case. Okay, let's see. Who else were we going to talk about this morning? Oh, Ahmaud Arbery. In this case, gets people fired up. So everybody be nice and respect each other's opinions, please. So they arrested that William Bryan who recorded Ahmaud Arbery's shooting. He's been charged with felony murder. He's a weird looking thing. His haircut. I bet you he wish he hadn't butted his damn nose into that. Allegedly, this man was out doing yard work when he seen the McMichaels come by, and he joined in on this crap. He shouldn't have done that. He did not have a weapon on him. But, he shouldn't have done that. What he should have done is he should have called the damn police. They had no business trying to corner that young man or anything. They had no right to do that. You don't go after somebody that's unarmed, like that, with a gun, playing police. Yeah, he used to be like a police investigator or whatever for the DA's office, but he's not anymore. He had no right to do that, to go after him at all, especially with guns. And the young man ended up dead. He went for a jog, had stopped by a house under construction, nosing around, just like other people had done, um, and stuff. And they think he stopped by to get a drink of water. He didn't take anything. He didn't do any damage. And here they butt their nose in, acting like the damn Justice League or something. And this boy ends up dead. They're going to prison. Because the jury's going to look at it like this. This is what I believe. They can make up any excuses they want to McMichaels. The jury's going to look at it like I do. They never should have went after that boy. Never. They're not the police. They had no right to do that. He is not a police. He's nothing. He's a normal citizen just like I am. I have no right to go down the road when I see somebody walking down the road just because somebody says, oh, they stopped at that abandoned house and was doing something. I have no right to jump in my vehicle with a gun and go down the road and chase somebody down and stop them and hold them at gunpoint. No right whatsoever. The jury's going to look at it like I do. I'm telling y'all. They're going to prison for it. Because they never should have done that to begin with. It don't matter if, Travis McMichael says he was attacked. He shouldn't have been there to begin with. He wouldn't have been attacked if he hadn't hunted someone down. One of them in the back of the truck. God almighty. I mean, that's like, I've heard people call it a lynching. Yeah. Yeah, Tremaine, yeah, it's got me upset too. We're not going to talk about it too much because it is, it gets people riled up. It gets me riled up. It does because these, I don't know who the hell they think they are. And then McMichael's, the sister, takes pictures of Ahmaud's body and posts it on Snapchat after her brother and father murdered him. That is murder. They shouldn't have never went after that boy. They should have never left. That's none of their business. And the police needs to be investigated. Internal affairs needs to happen in that damn police department. What kind of police officer tells a homeowner, hey, there's a man down the street, if anybody else comes on your property, just call him. He's retired. Call him. If you're retired, you're not a police officer. And he worked for DA's office, and he sucked at his job, according to his work report. They said he was unorganized, dropping the ball on stuff, was an embarrassment to their office. That's what I was listening to on Court TV from Ashley Banfield, my hero. Oh, Leroy, I didn't see you in chat, hun. I'm sorry. It's hard to see. It's hard to see the chat and talk and read. I miss a lot of people. Okay. Isn't Georgia a death penalty state? Yeah, I think so. He a drinker, CC? I don't know. Hold on a sec. We're going to figure out if Georgia is a death penalty state. Yeah, I figured you were still in here, Leroy. I didn't see you. I'm sorry. I get off on true crime. I miss a lot. I'm pretty sure Georgia is a death penalty state because I looked this up, but I'm going to look again. Hold on. Because I got a bad memory and sometimes I'll get stuff confused. But I'm pretty sure they got the death penalty. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they got about 70 some people on death row right now. Yeah, they got the death penalty. As of January 30th, 2020, 76 people in total have been executed since 1983 in the state of Georgia. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What do they do? Lethal injection? I have heard of them choosing the way they die, either lethal injection or electric chair. Yeah, they finally charged that guy that recorded the video verbal. He's going down. He never should have butted his nose in either. He was just out doing yard work, saw the commotion going down, jumped in his truck because he's nosy, went and stuck his nose into it, and now he's got a murder charge. George Zimmerman started so much of this by not getting time for Trayvon. I get stand your ground in your own home, but in the outside world, yeah. This wasn't even their property he was on. It was none of their business. Ever who the police officer was that gave the property owner's number to Gregory McMichael needs to be fired. That was their job to handle that and go there if somebody was coming on the property. It was none of the McMichael's business. Bunch of ignorant asses. Well, verbal, that's what I read in the article. That's what his lawyer said. Yeah. That's right, Mel. Victims don't get choices. Did they figure out the meds for the death penalty? I know at one point they had a hold on. Oh, crap, my chat scrolled. And I was reading. They had a hold on meds. We're not working. Well, I listened to this guy that was on a death row, and he said in the interview that lethal injection was very cruel. And nobody wanted to die by lethal injection, really, because you know what's going on. It's like you're conscious, you can't move, and feel like you're drowning. But, for these people convicted that really did commit murder, don't commit murder. Because karma's a bitch. But there's been a lot of people, put on death row that's innocent too. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Don't murder people and you won't be on death row. But there are cases people wrongfully convicted. They used to do the firing squad, Queen. A cement shoes, a preacher, a white guy on TikTok he did a video. He went for a jog in that neighborhood carrying a TV on his shoulders. Nobody came out and said a word. There was actually people waving at him. Now, what if an African American man came through that neighborhood carrying a TV on his shoulders? They'd been freaking out. Truth's the truth. Hey, Lucy Love. Yeah, there's a TikTok video of that. I watched it. He went through the neighborhood several times, once with his shirt off, once with it on. And he was, talking about how some people even said hi and waved and everything. Nobody called the police. He was trying to prove a point. Neighborhood must be racist. State of Missouri still has that in the books, deaths by firing squad, but I don't know if they have used it. Well, I know some states, they can choose lethal injection, or I think somebody chose to be hung. It wasn't too long ago, a few years back. They used to do hangings right out here in the courthouse lawn. Give them old Sparky like Bundy. Yeah. They said Bundy, he was crying. He did not want to go to the electric chair. He looked like a totally different person in the pictures right before they execute him. The pictures took in like the day of execution and stuff. Especially with his head shaved and stuff. He looked like a totally different person. Bundy was a smart man. He thought he was smarter than really what he was. I mean, he was intelligent, but he thought he was a freaking genius, and he wasn't. He wasn't a genius, or he wouldn't have got caught. He was a weirdo from the time he was a child. A really baby missing little boy with autism, 9 years old, found deceased in Florida. So many sad stories. So many sad stories. I saw an article this morning where this man, he was like in his 70s. He was on a Zoom call with several other people. All of a sudden, his son appears. People can see him that's on the Zoom call. His son's naked, stabs him to death. Everybody on the Zoom call saw it. Crazy. Don't know why he did it. Oh, yeah. Do y'all know that woman that's, I think it was South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. Just a few days ago, she set her car on fire with her toddler in it. The toddler survived, but it was badly burned. It's in a hospital. Do you know why she did that? Because she caught her man with another woman. So she tried to burn her baby alive in a car. Crazy bitch. Hurts my heart too, verbal. They say serial killers as kids start with animals. Yeah, they do. Most of them torture animals. Jeffrey Dahmer, however, he would find roadkill. He would find roadkill, pick it up, take it back into the woods so nobody could see him, and cut it open. Look at its insides, and then most of the time masturbate. I hate saying that freaking word. I need to come up with another word for that. But my face turns red every time I say that. But that's what he did. I've done a lot of research on Dahmer. I know a lot about him. And I never read anywhere that he killed an animal. He would pick up dead animals, like I said. I think one time he did cut open a fish. He caught a fish and cut it open. We're going to be doing a Richard Ramirez stream. I planned on doing it this week, but I got busy, so we'll probably do it, I don't know, maybe Tuesday. Maybe we should fix it at like on Fridays. Is when we do our serial killers. We want to talk about them. I don't know. We're going to do it one day this coming week. I've been researching Richard Ramirez. I just need to learn how to pronounce a couple of names, a couple of his victims' names. It's like Chinese names, so I've been having a little trouble with the pronunciation, but I'll get it down. I never thought Bundy was good looking. We have a fella over here, Larry Murphy. He got caught raping a woman by 2 hunters. He got 10 years. He's out and is #1 suspect for all the missing girls. Oh, wow. Oh, Queen used to dissect fish. Oh, my goodness, girl. Oh, my gosh. I don't know what to say about that girl. Each their own, I guess. Sometimes kids are curious. I understand that. You could say playing his flute. Yeah. So Dahmer would play his flute after he would cut open the animals. He would also do that when he cut open the bodies and stuff. He was a really, really sick individual. Some of those men in the apartments, he kept their dead bodies in there in the bed for days and days, and them turning black. How could you stand the smell? How could you do something like that for #1? That's what got him caught. The smell in his apartment and stuff. And he had that guy escape from him. It's really what got him caught, the guy escaping from him. But people was reporting the smell. Freaking skin flute. Yeah, Lisa. #Winter Nation. Oh, okay. What else did I have in my title this morning? Oh, yeah. Jennifer Dulos. So they've been searching. I put up a video about it so y'all know, but they've been searching this property that Fotis renovated. Him and Jennifer actually lived at this house when their house at Jefferson Crossing was being built. This is when they only had 2 kids. Assuming Michelle Troconis issues a statement. Someone told me that yesterday. But yeah, so investigators went to this house. I think it was like something Sky Drive, which is not far from Jefferson Crossing, but they had went to that house, but they just like searched inside the house. Just went in and looked around the house. They didn't take any dogs there, tracking dogs or anything. But nobody has lived in the house for a long time. So let me be clear. So Fotis and Jennifer lived there. Then they moved out, right? And then Fotis had access to the house again when he did the renovations when some pipes burst. But nobody has lived there in a long time. Nobody still lives there. She could be inside the walls there, in the septic, or anything. I'm hoping and praying they find her body. I'm hoping and praying they find her body somewhere that could be tied back to Fotis Dulos, because I know with everything in me, Fotis Dulos murdered Jennifer. And I firmly believe Michelle Troconis, his gal pal, and his friend Kent Malwini knew that he was going to murder Jennifer that morning. That's why Michelle Troconis had 3 different alibis. She made sure to take selfies that morning and everything. She lied to police on numerous occasions. Now she has to have an interpreter. She don't understand English now. Yeah, right. Let's read her stinking statement. Nobody cares about you, Michelle. Oh, yeah. She's been sharing posts on Instagram about her riding horses, horse therapy. She's not an animal lover. I don't see her as an animal lover at all. Michelle Troconis, the former girlfriend of the late Fotis Dulos, on Thursday released a statement, her first proclaiming her innocence in connection with the disappearance of Jennifer Farber Dulos. The statement was released by her attorney, John Schoenhorn, and it was originally in Troconis's native language of Spanish and translated into English by his office because they want everyone to believe that she doesn't understand English that well. This is an educated woman. She understands English. She's living in the United States. How come she didn't need a translator in court before? Oh, gosh. This is a long-ass statement. Jesus Christ. I dread even reading her words. My name is Michelle Troconis. For the past year, people have said many things about me. Some kind. I've never heard anyone say anything kind about you, lady. Some cruel. I was advised by my lawyers to remain quiet and rely on the justice system, which is very frustrating for me because there is a lot I would wish to say. It has been nearly a year since I first heard about the disappearance of Jennifer Dulos. As a mother, I am saddened for the loss that these 5 children have suffered, being left without both parents in such a short period of time. Yeah, right. She's not saddened. She knew it was going to happen. But despite the way I've been treated by the police, I know nothing about Jennifer Dulos' whereabouts or what may have happened to her. I know that under American law, I don't have to prove my innocence, but actually to me it feels that way during all the time while under public scrutiny. To those who are quick to judge people they do not know, let me say this: it is possible to misjudge others. Whether or not Fotis was capable of doing the things the police and prosecutors accused him of doing, I do not know. But based on what I have learned in the past year, I think it was a mistake to have trusted him. Lady, you was on Albany Avenue with him when he was dumping off that trash. You had to have known something was weird. Your DNA is on some of those trash bags that's got Jennifer's bloody clothes in, her bloody shirt, bra, bloody sponges. Your DNA was on the inside of some of those trash bags. So if it was on the inside, you had to open it at some point. Bye, Emily. Have a good day. Anyways, I can't wait to see Michelle Troconis in court. The answer for this, because she planned this with Fotis. She knew what was going down. She lied to police. If she was innocent, she would and didn't have nothing to do with it, she wouldn't have lied to police to begin with. Oh, yeah, isn't that convenient? Michelle Troconis' statement was released just days before the 1-year mark since Jennifer Dulos disappeared, May 24, 2019, which is this Sunday. I think they're going to find her, guys. I got a feeling they're going to find Jennifer. I hope I'm right. Okay. That's it for our topics this morning. Latricia just got bond, unfortunately. Who? With Fotis gone, she will get a slap on the wrist. I'm with you, Zoomy Boomies. No way, Letitia Stouch. We call her La Monster here. So if you ever see me with the video titled La Monster Stouch, you'll know who I'm talking about. I am not saying that woman's name right. I refuse to. I refuse to call her Gannon's stepmother, too. Hell no. Lori Loughlin and her husband. Yeah, they're going to go to jail, Carolina girl. what was that show she was on? She was on a Hallmark show and that other show I can't think of right now. Everybody used to watch. Unfortunately, a pop-up just said the wicked stepmother got bond. Wow. Prayers for you. We only have one life. You look beautiful, girl. You're a beautiful soul. Yeah, she's not no mother. She's a La Monster. That's why I call it that. La Monster. I have trouble pronouncing names, but people like that, they don't deserve their name pronounced correctly. I call, which someone else came up with this name for Nicole Kessinger in the Chris Watts case. I think it was Molly Golightly. She calls her North Korea. So Nicole Kessinger. A lot of people call her NK. I call her North Korea. She better not get out Cheryl. Yeah, 2 months for Lori and 5 months for the hubby. I'm very disappointed in her. I used to watch that show that had the little Olsen twins on it. I can't even think of the name of it. Full House. I used to watch Full House. I mean, and then she's on the Hallmark Channel, Lori is, and she was on that show. I can't think. Something other, When Calls the Heart or something like that. And she just seemed like such a nice person. But no, she's just a spoiled rich girl that's a celebrity and thinks she can do what she wants. She's a great example for her daughters, isn't she? You don't got to do hard work. You can just buy your way in, honey, right? Yeah, Full House. I wonder where NK is today. I heard she got her name changed. I despise her too, cement shoes. A lot of people think that North Korea was there the night Shanann was murdered and the girls was murdered. But she was there when at the house. I have not seen any evidence of that. Now, if anybody wants to think that, that's up to them. I don't think that she was. However, I think she put it in his head. Yeah, I think she put it in his head in her own little way. Chris is like, he's one of them people that can't think for himself. You know, he's got to have everybody else doing it for him. He's easily, I don't know, nasty knickers. Hey, Andrew, that's a great name, Cement Shoes. Quincy, I don't think she was there. I don't think she was there either, but I think she talked a lot of shit to him about not liking that he had kids and stuff and was married. She knew he was married. She looked up Shanann a year before the murders. Why would she do that? Why would she do that for? This woman was shopping for wedding dresses, looking up stuff about anal sex. She's a sicko. She laid it on him in the bedroom, and it drove him crazy, y'all. That's what happened, Chris Watts. She was a freak in the bedroom, and he fell in love. He fell in love with that ugly thing. I am sorry, but she is not an attractive girl. LaMonster gave info several times only the killer would have. They have over 44K pages of discovery on her. Something crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she gave herself away. See, I didn't follow that case closely because I was following Evelyn Boswell case. I can't handle two kids' cases falling at the same time because it bothers me a lot. It broke my heart when they found Evelyn, but I saw little bits and pieces of when all this was playing out, right? And I was like, she is very suspicious to me. I think she's got something to do with it. And I didn't even follow the case that closely, you know. So she looked really guilty. She looks really guilty. That's what I didn't understand. I thought she didn't know Chris except for 2 months. That's what I think they're lying. I think her and Chris is lying. Maybe, I thought about this. Maybe she saw him around work, thought he was hot, knew his name, wife's name maybe, and looked her up. I think she planned to seduce Chris, to be honest. There could be a really easy, simple explanation of why she looked up Shanann. It could not be related to the murders, but I think it is. Some people, man, that's all they do is look up people. She must be one of them people. She tried to get fake polygraph results. One question she created was, did you have anything to do with your stepson's death? Nobody knew he was deceased till much later. Only the killer would know. Exactly. If someone's missing, you don't know if they're passed away. She gave herself away. I take that woman as somebody, she's a total fake, of course. La Monster, she wants to portray herself as, I don't know, like a good person, well-educated person, good mother, all this and that. She's the victim. She's really not that way. She's an evil bitch. She was jealous of Gannon. This is my thoughts on it. She was jealous of Gannon. She resented Gannon because she didn't like Gannon's mother, because she was jealous of Gannon's mother, because she had kids with the hubby there. I can't never remember his name. I couldn't even follow the Chris Watts case. I have a daughter, and that stuff was just gut-wrenching to hear about. It was a very disturbing case, Michael. My brother's name's Michael, by the way. Yeah, that was a very disturbing case, especially when the second confession came out and we learned that he didn't kill the girls at the house, according to him. He took them to his job site, and he killed Cece in front of Bella. That really bothered me. I was just talking about that with my hubby the other day. Something was brought up about the Watts case. We was having a conversation, and he's like, I didn't know that. Because my hubby's not into true crime. He followed the Watts case a little bit, but he didn't know all the details, He's like, I didn't know that. He said that. I can't imagine how terrified she was. I said, I know. She knew what was going to happen to her. She asked him not to do it to her. And he did anyway. Squeezed the life out of her. Sicko. I've worked in the men world most of my life. Not once did I even joke around with married men. I was like one of them there. Has never been a thought to cheat on my hubby. Right. No, I don't think she got bond. That was a pop-up ad, TC. It was probably something trying to clickbait cement shoes. I get articles like that all the time that pop up. Stuff will pop up, and I'll go click it, and it's clickbait. I can't stand clickbait. I don't clickbait myself. If I ever have, I didn't mean to. It wasn't meant for that, I don't think you should clickbait when it's about cases and stuff, something serious. But anywho. I've got to sign off, guys. Get some stuff done. I can't sit here. Y'all know how I am. I can't sit here with my daggone leg. It about kills me. Sit in one place. Especially this rocking chair. It's rough on my butt. I'm going to have to get me a computer chair. I've been putting it off. I'm a tightwad, y'all. Mark, he's the total opposite than me. I'm a tightwad. I don't want to spend 60, 70 bucks on a computer chair when I got my rocking chair. This is a 100th anniversary edition. Grand's Furniture. My hubby used to be a salesman for Grand's. So we got this rocking chair. He should have given them. You know what? We only have one night. I thought Chris killed the girls in the bed. I thought he smothered them or strangled them in the bed. Hey, Zoomy Boomies, thank you and welcome. I thought he killed them in the bed while they sleep. That's really what I thought. I was so shocked when he came out and said that, he took them to the job site. He had an hour to think about what he was doing. He said he was still raging. He must have went completely psychotic. I mean, myself, I can get mad real easy over stuff sometimes. But, I get over it. Most normal people do. I'll be over it. Sometimes I get mad at Mark, like when he interrupts my live streams. And, after I get off my live stream, I'm done over being mad. I've done forgotten about it. Not him. He did not have to kill those girls. He shouldn't have killed Shanann either. But why do you have to kill the girls? I'll never understand it. That case drives me crazy for that very reason. When I first got into the true crime community on YouTube, that's what the answer I was looking for. I was watching as many videos as I could. I never could figure it out because I don't think like a killer. I'm not psycho. But I wanted to figure out why he killed the girls. Still can't figure it out. I was naive back then. I'm not a monster, so I'm never going to figure it out. Chris can say what he wants, but he killed his girls because he wanted a new life. They was holding him back. He was in love with North Korea, and Chris is not. I don't think he loved his family. I really don't. I think he might have thought he loved Shanann in the beginning, but you can't hurt somebody that you love. You can't hurt people that you love. He could be living his life that he had in Colorado right now with Shanann, the girls, and the new baby. But instead, he done the unthinkable and he's sitting in prison. I feel so bad for her family because, this case is still, people do video after video. And if there's an update, I'll talk about it, Or if it comes up, I'll talk about it. But that case brings some mean people. But anyways, I feel bad for Shanann's family. She brainwashed him, not that there was much of a brainwash. Something that always stuck out to me, and then Chris verified it in his second confession, is the cards that he gave North Korea. He had wrote on the inside, "We'll have plenty of firsts together." And I said to everybody, he wrote that in that card because she threw the kids up to him and stuff. She wanted to, have somebody that didn't have kids so they could experience that together for the first time. She didn't like that Chris had kids and a family. I believe she drilled that in his head. She must have complained a lot that she wasn't first in his life. And then he said something in his second confession, she didn't like it that she didn't come first. I knew it. Because I thought that's strange. We'll have plenty of firsts together, which I know people write that, but I don't know. It just stuck out to me. Okay, guys, I'm going over my time limit. I'm going to try to do an hour each morning, so my StreamYard's crap. I don't use over 20 hours a month. I'm not paying $24 for that because it don't work. Some of the stuff don't work half the time. Audio, no live chat. I'm just going to use the free version. But anyways, I love y'all. Great stream this morning. I'm reading your comment. See that she's not that much brain to wash. Yeah. Let me tell y'all something. Let me say something before I sign off. How goats are. They'll just follow other goats around. My little goat, Annabelle, has got more of a brain than Chris Watts will ever have, and more of a personality. She's not a follower like most goats. She does her own thing. But anyways, I love y'all. And I will see the members Sunday. It's today Friday. Yeah, Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. for coffee on the porch. I'm going to try to get Annabelle down to the fence so everybody can see her. But anyways, and the rest of y'all, I will see on Monday morning. Have a good weekend. I love y'all. God bless. Be kind. Peace.